It was a pretty damn good weekend for racing, depending on what stuff you got to catch. Well, and another racing with Jed Zerzinski. There was a lot. I can't believe I didn't get to see the U.S. Nationals. Like that didn't pop up at all, but a bunch of old stuff kept popping up on my DVR, which is weird because they never missed one before. But I'm sure I'll find it, so we'll go over that whenever I get to see it. Because I just don't like going over it if I didn't get to see any of it, which is weird. The Indy Port race, that was kind of a bummer. That one did suck. No offense to them. Yeah, it was boring. F1 was its normal stuff. And it was good to see Kevin Harvick still being Kevin Harvick after, the fire in the Southern 500. And got to see Kyle Busch be nice and professional after having such a good car and the motor going. Like, he was actually really good, different. I've seen him like happy and being good and stuff like that lately. So I'm thinking he knows something that we don't know yet because it's not official, but we'll see again. I could be completely wrong, but to see him being professional and mellow was a good change of pace, in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. We're used to very angry Kyle Busch. So it was good to see. World of Outlaws Case Construction late models raced. Well, finally aired the race from River City Speedway in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Great racing, I will say that. Up front there, and really good. Like again, like like watching it because you can see the guys that are really, really on the equipment and good at it. But great racing whenever they get to be on. When you get to see it, Clanton was first, Herb Jr. second, Marlar was third. Then the NOS Energy sprint cars in the world of Outlaws. NASCAR, dear God. Knoxville Nationals. Kyle Larson was in the race and actually looked human, which I didn't expect. So that was, weird. But the 25 car got torn apart on lap one, blew all over the place. And then great racing after that to get to the end. Danny Schatz got the win with gravel second. Again, really good racing. Sliding back and forth, you can see all the different lanes and like driving techniques, and you got to see all of it in both those races, which is really exciting to me to see everyone just going here, there, and everywhere and figuring out the track as they go, which you have to do in that stuff. You got to find the cushion, find where the grip is, and all those things. And I just enjoy seeing it change as the race goes on. But really good racing. I was happy to see it. I wish they would air them live, but it's an argument for another day with people that are way above my pay grade. British Touring Car Championship actually had 3 rounds on that got recorded from Knock Hill. Great racing in the first 2 races. Again, the thing was different. Like different people were up front in the third and it wasn't as good. But round 16, again, great racing. Hill was first, Sutton was second, Turkington was third. Round 17, Sutton was first, Hill was second, Turkington was third again. Again, phenomenal racing around the track between the guys there. Like they were right on each other and it was beautiful. Round 18, again, all at the same track. Gamble was first, Hill was second, Butcher third, Turkington fourth, and Sutton fifth. You got to see Hill and them trying to come through the field, which was nice. Uh, Gamble was out by a year though at that point, but really good racing. Again, I like the series. Those little things going. I can't believe there's not a winner's purse, but again, that's way out of my pay grade too. But points after round 18, Turkington's first, Ingram second, Sutton is third. Only 5 people I say have an actual chance to win the championship by any means. And there's only 6 points between the top 3, which is amazing just to think about with how many races they've run and how close they are, but really good racing. Sadly, I can't really say the most, that same thing the most about the F1 race for the Dutch Grand Prix. Max was on pole. Shocker. I know. Kevin Magnussen sadly off early and into the tire barrier, but little damage, and he continued the rest of the way. And then we had that safety car, and I still don't. I understand why Lewis was pissed. They had him on the wrong tires, and they all had a chance to do it right there to fix it under the safety car. And they had Russell, George Russell pit, and not him, which then put Max right behind him. And Max got him before they even got to turn one because he just ran right up on me. You're not allowed to overtake before you get to the line. He timed perfectly, so he's already next to him. Yeah, I understand why. Yeah, Lewis was pissed about that. I don't think he was holding back Max. It just wasn't going to happen. But to have him on the wrong tires and to pull in his teammates, so there was nothing in between. Because if at least if George was behind him, he would have been right there inside of him. But at least he wouldn't have been right up there beside getting the lead right away. So I understand it. But shocking. Max Verstappen won. I know. I said I'm going to keep picking him until he doesn't win. For some reason, no one wants to make him not win. George Russell second, Charles Leclerc third, Lewis Hamilton fourth, and then Sergio Perez got a fifth. Again, there's good racing around the track, but that whole thing there at the end, that was weird. And we all knew Max means Max. Yet he can start him 14th. He'll still be in the lead like last weekend in like 7 seconds. He's just that good. He's in a different world right now. And no one else has caught up to them yet, car wise. So we got a few more races left. Maybe, people just get some teams, maybe, Mercedes can give up. Really, in a way, for this year, just worry about getting everything ready for next year. They shouldn't, but right now, I'd take second and fourth if I was them. It's really bummer to see it go down that way, but I do get why. Lewis Hamilton was pissed. Maybe not as much, but the wrong tires, yeah. And then having his teammate pit. So, there's a lot of just idiocy that happened there. Ferrari's had some issues too, but let's see where they go from there. Again, it could be really good racing. Just Max is in a different level than the whole rest of the sport. I don't understand how it's possible, but he is. And we all know it. Indy Portland, McLaughlin on pole with Will Power second. And then it was really a snooze fest a lot. That too. There's one caution when, even though Jimmy was in the back most of the day, he got wrecked. I don't know what VK was doing, drove him straight into a wall. We got to hear Jimmy cuss, which doesn't happen very often. Anyone watching through NASCAR. So very much so, rightfully pissed. It was only caution of the race. And again, there was some good racing here, and there wasn't anything, big to get you going. It's a damn shame because it could have been great. But McLaughlin was first, Will Power second, Scott Dixon came in third. Shocker. We didn't see that coming. I know. I'll wait. But McLaughlin he dominated. He deserved the race. I was glad to see him actually get it. Again, not a lot of time to get to see someone dominate and then get to win. So it was good to see him up there. And Dixon, however he got there, he just salvaged a day that could have been bad for something really good. He's really good at that. That's why he's won so many races and championships. He knows how to do it. And I don't think he's anywhere near done. Only time will tell, but I don't think he's done, not yet by a long shot. We shall see, though. Now we finally get to Darlington, which I was at last year for the doubleheader with the trucks and the cup. This year, not so much, but the Xfinity Series Sports Clips Haircuts VFW Help a Hero 200. I wish I could have heard someone get that mouthful out, but that was a lot. Brandon Jones on pole, Noah Gragson second. I don't understand why Ty Gibbs, warming up his tires, got into Allgaier on pace laps. Weird, but stranger things have happened. And they both kept going, so it wasn't catastrophic. It was just, hello. It was one of those moments. So, again, weird. We've seen it before. It just happens so rarely. It just seems off. Larson into the wall hard to end stage one. Again, he had the flat there. Not sure if the flat caused him to hit the wall or the damn thing blew and he hit the wall. Seen Larson do that for years, so don't know what it was, but not a good day for him, which gave Noah Gragson stage one win under caution. And again, that's another point in the playoffs, which carries over, whenever they get to there. So a good thing for him. And really, it's great to be junior motorsports because they win all kinds of stages on ovals. Anthony Alfredo in the 23 rear end to John Hunter under, the caution like an asset. Like that one's inexcusable. That was dumb. I completely didn't get that. Well, I could see, oh God, look, he's there when you're warming up your tires, but completely just mauling someone that hard. That was dumb. And the 31 of Myatt Snyder got loose into the 68 and wrecked, and Herbst's big damage and a big hit because he tried to miss him low and just ran out of racetrack. It sucked, but it happens. Bad weekend for guys that are either trying to get in the playoffs or in the playoffs. There was a few. There's more in the Cup Series, but the Xfinity still had some. Caution came out immediately for rain in stage two. Amazing how quick that happened this week. Allgaier won stage two under caution. Good stage point day as well for Sheldon Creed, regardless of the end. I loved him just sending it in there. And it worked for the longest time till he couldn't get out of it. You saw him, he was actually carrying his speed, dominated it, but Kyle Larson drove him fair and respectfully and didn't take him out to get it. So good job on both of them. But no, Gragson steals it. Sheldon Creed second, AJ third, Justin Allgaier fourth, Larson came in fifth, Ty Gibbs sixth, Christopher Bell seventh, Josh Berry eighth, John Hunter Nemechek ninth, even after that contact, and Austin Hill rounded out the top 10. Again, good race. Great race at the end. Really good race. If you haven't seen it, at least go watch those last couple laps because those were really, really good. Don't care. Try to argue that one on me. That was good. And I enjoyed seeing it. Creed did everything he could, but it ended up, he got good stage points in stage 1 and 2 and finished second. So we got a lot of points, which he needed to try to make up a deficit, which I said, I still think he has a shot. If he can run like that, he'll have the shot. I think he deserves a shot. He's just had a lot of bad luck. The only time will tell, but it was great racing. And, I'd take a second. After that, harder racing was like, Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven. I'd take a second by, that much, whatever. That was good racing. Which gets us to Sunday with the Cookout Southern 500. It did hurt after I was there, last year with all the people there on the backstretch in the grandstand, seeing them completely closed. Yeah, that one did suck. I didn't enjoy seeing that. Just because I know May was there, but if the grandstands up front were even more packed and they filled it in that way, I guess that makes sense. It just would have been nice to see it all. But Logano was on pole. Suarez had a pass through penalty after all the times through inspection that they failed. So he was down a lap by lap 3, but a caution came out for rain on lap 6, got it right back. And again, amazing how quick they threw that caution, like on the spot. Apparently they figured something out. But Larson had issues with oil temps. Eric Jones made a great save. It was just a bummer because, they just went green for so long. There's only 20 on the lead lap at the end of stage 1. It's kind of, I wish there would just be more people that could have been, in it and competitive. But I mean, they were running laps. So, and it's Darlington who doesn't, they can blow by you quick. Sucked to see that few, but at least we got to see the good ones there. But Byron won stage 1 under caution. And Chase Elliott and Chase Briscoe had their issues. I did like stage 2 with Kyle Petty, Dale Jarrett, and Dale Jr. in the booth. I enjoyed that. Man, do I miss seeing, Ned up there? Yes, because, that was my childhood. He was one of the voices there on TNN, but that was still really cool to see them. And again, Ross Chastain issues something broke in the rear end in the playoffs. Sucks. Kyle Busch won stage 2 and looked good till he blew up. Like 18 to go. Absolutely sucked. Harvick in the playoffs also burst into flames after having a great night. And I love the quote of him. Now we're in the garage with a burnt up car and out of a playoff race because of crappy ass parts. Glad to see he's back on that. We need people like him, Rowdy, even Denny. The guys that have been there for forever speak out and say, what, this is not good. And there's issues and NASCAR needs to fix them. And him continuing to say that's going to be a good one. Then Rodney Childers, who you never really hear anything from, his crew chief, on Twitter, he only put one part out. There was nothing else that I found, but let's put holes in the nose that will pick up every piece of rubber off the track. Let's mandate 75% open grill area going to the rocker boxes. Let's have a fan blowing air through that hose to make sure the rubber reaches the headers. Then once the rubber stacks up and catches fire, and that's where it ended. But it all makes sense when he describes all of it. What the hell do you think is actually going to happen? That was a big ass fire. So yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed too. But the 19 had issues behind the wall. Kyle Busch, after dominating, blew up under caution. 18 to go to the wall. And he handled it really good after, which was impressive. I thought he was going to be more pissed than that because he finally had a good one. It was, that's how it ended. But good for him. Again, I think there's something there. I'm sure we're going to find out. I heard colleague or someone has an announcement coming up. Maybe that'll be it. I don't think that's going to be it, but we shall see. He seems much more at peace the last couple of weeks, though. So maybe, just maybe, there's something there. But it was great to see Eric Jones get the win. 55 years to the day to the King getting the win there. It was really cool to see Eric Jones and that Petty GMS team finally in victory lane. They've had a bunch of good runs this year. It's good to see it finally pay off. Would it have worked if people didn't blow up, burst into flames? Who knows? That if wreck, all the things that happened, he still got it and he outraced Denny. And I was super stoked to see that team needed it. And I knew he was a winner. Especially that team, what they've improved. Never mind about Ty finishing like 21st, 22nd. But that's all he's good for, is to be 20 spots behind his teammates. It's what he does. It was really, really cool to see that team finally back in victory lane. It's been a while since 43 won. And I, enjoyed it because he had a lot of good runs that ended dumb and all that. And that's how you handle it. Let's keep going. Turns into a win. At Hamlin second, Tyler Reddick was third. Joey Logano fourth, Christopher Bell fifth. Michael McDowell got a sixth, so good run on them to see that. Didn't make the playoffs, but damn, they were close, and that's a good run. That's something to be proud of. Brad was seventh. Again, didn't make the playoffs, but hell of a run. Good to see them up there in seventh after the way a lot of the season went for them. William Byron eighth, Bubba Wallace ninth, and Alex Bowman 10th. Ty Gibbs got a 15th as well for starting 21st, so good on him for doing that. Harrison Burton, I think, was 20th. So not a bad night for him. It was just bad for so many playoff drivers. I'm not going over the list right now, but dear God. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson had issues. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Ross Chastain, like a lot of them had problems. So got to see how that works out. in the end, because that could come back and play something. We just never know. But the owner stuff, want to get into that quick with 2311. The 45 was 12th in the owner points after they switched everything, for the playoffs, as they're still in the owners' playoffs, regardless, after Daytona. And the 23 was 21st. And before they moved everyone up and rearranged everything for the playoffs, 45 was in 16th, obviously. After Kurt stopped driving, they dropped. But the 23 was in 21st. So we can't even say that, Bubba did phenomenal, because they only moved up to 12th, because, he did gain some spots, but again, people had bad days. So they fell back. That's just the way all of that naturally goes. But I'm going to say it was a better night regardless of the finish, it was a better night for Ty Gibbs than Bubba. Bubba started 8th, finished 9th in the 45. Ty started 21st, finished 15th. And Bubba ran there already in that new car, driving at Darlington. So we knew what to expect. He wasn't only in the car for a few weeks. So he should have, driven way better than losing one spot while Ty gains 6, regardless. I hope Ty gains more and makes it, something. I really do. I'm not trying to pick on Bubba, but he was back. He was, back in 21st before they switched him over to Kurtz. And he moved over to that spot, not that high, just because of Kurt's win and spot there, which, and Ty finished in the rest of it to keep him up there, which is why he was 12th, because of the playoffs and the other points to win and all that. I hope the Bubba goes backwards and Ty gets the 23 car forward in the points. I really do. Again, something's got to wake up Bubba, where he just, worries about racing. He's got to get his head on straight, because again, finishing second, don't be sad and crying and say you're going to dwell on it. That leads to nothing. Just go out there and keep going. Positive. Be a good thing to build on. Don't be sad about it. Said it before. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it's just my feelings on it. I hope he does better, and congratulations again. Ty Gibbs out there on that track in that car for the first time, gained 6 spots. Had a good night. That's all you can ask for in that stuff. But that's where I'm at here. Jump off from all that stuff. But it was good to see, so far Denny spoke out. Kyle Busch spoke out. Now Harvick really spoke out. It's good to see them talking about safety in the cars and having to get these things fixed, because they would know. They've been through a lot of gens, of cars. So they should know. It's good to see, that fire and all that. It was amazing how quick they threw cautions for rain this weekend. That was immediate, which is what they should do. So they don't wreck millions of dollars a car. Again, see what it all brings, though. It was a bad weekend to be a playoff driver, really. For the most part, a lot of them had trouble. More people had trouble than didn't. So you could look at the stats, and they're pretty easy to see all that, just bad happen between fires, wrecks, broken parts, blown motors. It would just kept going. And they have 2 more races to bounce back. Some of them have more playoff points and wins than others, so it doesn't affect them as bad. But I mean, one more bad week and those wins could not mean anything, and you could be done if you have another bad week or two. So we'll see. And again, it was great to see Eric Jones steal the win. I say steal, because anyone that watched it, Truex was up there, Kyle was up there. There were people that he wasn't going to beat. No offense to him, but they were just up there dominating. A lot of the race top 4 were Gibbs. Chase and Kyle and all of them didn't have all those issues. Who knows? But damn it, he got it. And that's the only thing that matters, especially 55 years today. That makes it even cooler. That was a cool little, tidbit of information to have pop up there. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and repeat on all video and audio, especially the sharing and the commenting. Follow along, no matter where it is, and share it out to people. Let me know what you think about your opinions on certain things that I talk about. All of that helps and starts conversations. Get it out to as many as you can. I'll be back on Friday. So enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for giving me the time of day. Until next time, my friends. Peace.